Okay, today I'll be teaching you how to play chess, and I'll be teaching you the strategies to win chess. One strategy, so stay around. How do you place chessboard? To place chessboard, make sure that on horizontal they are alphabet and vertically they are numbers, and make sure that at the left bottom corner it's black, and on the right bottom corner it's white. Okay, and how do you place chess pieces? Yeah, firstly on the second row of the chess you place pawn. These are the pawns, and then you place them on the second row, which is row number 2 and row number 7 for your opponent, like this, yeah. And on the first row, the first block, you place castle. For some people they call it rock, so you place it here, and this other one you place it here. The second block you place horse. This is horse, you place it here, and the other one you place it here. And the third block, which is C1 and F1, you place bishop. Is this one, you place it here, and the other one you place it here. And the last two blocks, that's where you'll be placing queen and king. If you're having black pieces, meaning your queen will be place your black queen on the black spot, and then king you place it here. You do the same to your opponent pieces, and remember the second row. Yeah, remember the second row, you place pawn. You place pawn on the second row. And then same as this one, the first block you place castle or rock, and then the second block you place horse, and also on the other side horse, and then the third you place bishop and bishop. See how simple it is? The difference here is that on white pieces, on a white block you place white queen, white block white queen, black block black queen and king. Okay, how to play? Okay, we'll start with pawn. Pawn is allowed to move in one direction, which is going forward, and it can only move one block at a time. But if you're moving it for the first time, you're allowed to move 2 blocks. After that you move one block until. And for a rock or castle, okay, for a rock or castle, it only moves vertical or horizontal. Remember, it only moves vertical or horizontal, so it's not limited to how many blocks. You can move in any amount of block you want, but it has to be horizontal or vertical. But if there's a piece in front of rock or knight, let's say the piece is here, and it can't jump the piece. It can't jump the piece and go like this. Meaning if the piece is here, you are only allowed to move until here. Then you can move going this side. For a rook to capture a piece, it only captures the piece when it's in front. It's in the same row with the rook. If a piece is in the same row with the rook, and then you can move and capture it, then it's out. you move, capture it, it's out. You move, capture it, it's out. Like you see, I was moving vertical and now I'm moving horizontal, capturing pieces horizontal. Okay, since we are done with the rock, now I'll show you horse. Now let's look at the horse. Horse, it moves in 7, like 1 2 3 1 1, like 1 2 1, which is 1 2 3 blocks and 1 block. Okay, it's 7. If you check it nicely, you can see that it's 7. It moves this way. I don't know if you can see this, but let me show you in my book. It moves like this. 7 7 7. You see, it's a 7. So it's 1 2 1 1 2 1 1 2 1. Don't forget. It can also move this way, 1 2 1, which is 7, or L shape. It's either 7 or L shape. It can only capture a piece when it's, let's say the opponent piece is here. Remember, it moves in L shape. So you can see the L shape here. It's 1 2 1. It's L shape, and then you can capture this piece. And then if you want to capture this piece, it's 1 2 1 with an L shape. Then you capture this one. You see? Okay. Don't forget, horse moves in an L shape, and it is allowed to jump piece. Like, but let's say your piece is here and another piece is here. Remember that it moves in an L shape. So the L shape, it's 1 2 1. So there's no way I can capture my own piece. And 1 2 1. The another one is here. There's no way I can capture my own piece. And 1 2, and another L shape is here. So there's no way I can capture my own piece. Meaning, horse, it's blocked. So I can't move my horse. It's blocked. So then let's go to this one, which is this one. It's bishop. Bishop only move diagonal, like it moves like this. Like if it's in black block, it like this. It moves like this. It moves like this. You see? It moves like this, diagonal. You see? It moves like this. But if there's a piece here, it is blocked. There's no way I can move it. It can't jump. It's not allowed to jump. You see? For me to move this, I have to first open a way for it. Like I have to first move one block, then there's a space open, so then I can move it. If I want to capture a piece, meaning if a piece is here, that's when then I can capture it. I can capture this opponent's piece because it's in black block. You see? Okay. Then now we come to king. King is only allowed to move one block. It's like let's say it's here. Okay, let's say it's here. I have said it's allowed to move one block, meaning it can come here, it can come here, 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 or here, anywhere, but only for one block. If let's say it's here, it is allowed to come here. It can come here, or here, or here, or here, anywhere, as long as it's one block. King can also capture opponent's piece. Let's say the opponent's piece is here. Remember, I have to move one block. Then I move one block, I capture the piece. Okay. Now we're coming to queen. Queen, it moves three, like queen is the combination of castle and bishop, or rook and it's a combination of rook and bishop. Remember, rook move straight. It's either vertical or horizontal. This one moves diagonal. So this one, if let's say a queen is here, it can move like this. It can move like this. It can move like this. If it can also move one block, like it's not limited to the number of blocks. So if it's here, it can move like this, or it can move like this. For me to capture my opponent's piece, if it's here, then I have to move, capture it like this. You see? Yeah. Okay. Since we are done with the how to play, the how do you win? If you want to win, you have to checkmate your opponent. How do you checkmate? Okay, what is checkmate? Checkmate is when king is captured and there's no moves, no any other moves. Like, as I said, checkmate is when you want to capture your opponent's king and there's no any other move where it can move to. So that's when it's referred as a checkmate. Okay, the advice I can give you is that in order to win, as a beginner, make sure you capture your opponent's piece as many as you can. Then it will give you a chance to checkmate your opponent. Okay. Your pawn is blocked. There's no way it can jump or move past this pawn. It can only capture. Pawn can only. There's no way it can capture this piece. Pawn is only allowed to capture in a diagonal movement. If your opponent piece come here, then this one is allowed to capture this one. If this one is captured, if white piece is captured, then this one is allowed to move forward since there's nothing blocking it, and this one is allowed to move forward since there's also nothing to block it. But one of the strategies I can tell you is that when you move your pawn forward, don't always protect it. You take one forward and put this one, take one forward to protect this one. This one is protected by this one is protected by this one. If your opponent capture this piece, then you yourself, you capture the white piece since it was protected. So one of the strategies is to always protect your piece. So always, by all means, protect your piece. So then make sure that your piece are always protected. For example, if I move this one here, it is protected by these two pawns. And if it goes here, it's protected by nothing. To protect it, take one step pawn. Then it is protected by this pawn. It is protected by this pawn. And then you can also protect it like this. You you move one step here to create a move for queen. Remember, queen can move like this. Then you come here to f2. Then it protect this one. It protect this one like this. Always make sure you protect your king so that you don't get checkmate. If someone checkmates your king, the game is over. So king is the very important piece, very important piece in the game, which is followed